Proverbs frequently condemn hasty decisions, speaking before thinking, jumping to conclusions. People regard these proverbs as useful and then throw it out the window the instant they pick up their phone. Think about the last time you scrolled through Facebook or checked Twitter. If you didn't see at least one stupid comment, tweet, or post, then I'm pretty sure you're lying. You know that social media is chock full of stupid people saying stupid things. Why is this? Well, because no one actually takes the time to think. While this problem is annoying, I don't think people take the problem seriously. After all, billions of hasty comments are generated on social media every single day. But what if I told you that speaking before thinking could have killed you? Vasily Arkhipov was an officer above a Soviet submarine headed for Cuba with a nuclear warhead. The mission required secrecy, so the submarine went deep underwater, cutting off all radio communications. The crew's efforts paid off, until they felt a strong explosion on the side of the stub. Every man on board knew what this meant: depth charges. Despite the crew's precautions, a blockade detected the sub and began dropping bombs near the submarine. The initial damage was minor, yes, but charges continued falling on all sides. Every man on the sub was convinced that Americans were attempting to destroy their submarine, and the officers concluded that war must have begun, and that they must fire their nuclear warhead. Every man on board, in fact, was persuaded, except Arkhipov. Arkhipov, who had a reputation for being cool thinking under pressure, was hesitant to fire a weapon of such magnitude. The other officers on board pressured him into giving the command, but Arkhipov paused and thought. The depth charges all missed, seemed weaker than usual. If the Americans wanted to destroy his sub, they would have done so already. On that basis, Arkhipov refused to launch the nuke and instead ordered that the submarine surface and that he get out to talk to the Americans. Everyone on board was infuriated, but Arkhipov stood firm. When the sub surfaced, the Americans simply told them to head back to Russia. All they wanted. War hadn't started after all. This seemingly minor event actually brought a lot of shame to Arkhipov, but you likely owe your life to him because of it. See, if Arkhipov didn't think first and hastily launched the nuke, the Cold War would have quickly gone hot, and you likely wouldn't be alive. While many of us don't have nukes at our disposal, the principle of thinking before speaking is the same. Our tongues are like the rudder of a ship, a sword, a flame. Our tongues are powerful. And if people can't think before they speak on something small like social media, how will they respond in more dire situations?